Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is April the 28th, 2021, and today the topic is You Reap What You Sow. Um, the funny thing is, I know that we hear this phrase all the time and whatnot, but perhaps the Lord showed me a little something today, a little something unique. So here we are. Um, for those of you guys that are watching me live, you may see my lip curls as a result from yesterday. Um, yeah, y'all, yesterday just felt real long. Um, it's probably because I didn't go to sleep. I didn't go back to sleep or anything after I finished the juice. Um, I actually ended up trying to fulfill a Fiverr order. I'll just put it like that. And so I did that. And then by the time I finished that up, hubby went off to work. And I sat down for a good split second. And then next thing I know, I hear NJ getting up. So that was that. I know you guys know that yesterday I was saying that I know I need to do the photo shoot, but I wasn't necessarily feeling up to it and everything like that in that moment. But like I said, I guess with everything happening the way it did, it just kind of jump started the day. And so pretty much soon after NJ got up, got him his breakfast and all that good stuff, morning routine. And then I just pretty much got ready for the photo shoot. So then here I am giving myself a photo shoot, with the 2-year-old at toe. You guys see some results of that um, on my Instagram because I shared a couple of the behind the scenes bloopers. Um, for some reason, he thinks I'm a jungle gym or whatever, which is crazy because like I call her like my sister in law or um, yeah, she was sharing with me, that that's how it is with boys before we got pregnant, and I just was like saying to myself like, nah, fam, like not my son, but no, he sees me as a jungle gym. He always wants to climb on me, all these little things. And I mean, maybe it's love, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's hugs and stuff. And sometimes, we have fun, don't get me wrong, but I think all the rough and tough stuff, I'm trying to let him know, like, look, you getting bigger, so things are changing, son. Like I can't, you know, allow you to just jump all on me and whatnot. Like so balancing that, trying to give myself a photo shoot. Um, and then, I was able to take a little bit of a break in the middle of the day, setting NJ up with lunch and just, trying to get something in my own stomach and all this. And then I ended up doing my, the virtual class yesterday. So for whatever reason, all of those things, it felt just extremely long. And I was very tired. um, However, with the feedback that I received on to all the pictures to the few people that I've sent it to, like shout out to Sammy and our saw. Um, I know Sammy gave me some feedback this morning. Well, when I woke up this morning, I saw feedback from Sammy about the photos, and I'm like, well, praise God. You know what I mean? My hard work is paid off. Then, I know my sister was saying that the photos look nice too. I'm waiting for my mother's feedback because we know that she, you know what I mean. She's the one that needs to co-sign on any photos moving forward, right? um, but I share all of this to say, like, that is part of the reason I thought of this whole "you reap what you sow" situation. Um, the other thing that stood out to me, or the first thing that made me think about it, was my second task of the day that I shared with you all, which was my trying to fulfill my Fiverr order. So basically, long story short, I had this person reach out to me and they asked me to do something that I don't normally do. But I'm open to to making it happen if I can do it, right? So um I let them know I'll do it. They asked for me to do it in a way. They asked for me to give a preview or whatever the case is. Now here's the thing. This is what I've observed as a performer and whatnot. And this is why I feel like perhaps people could take advantage of people in my position. Because, for example, I've had several people, throughout my time being on Fiverr, they'll ask me to record something for free. Um, and then I record it and then I never hear back from them. And that gives me the impression that they're getting my work for free. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? And so this person that I was fulfilling the order for yesterday, they was asking me to do that originally. And I let them know, because and pretty much moving forward, I let people know after that happened, maybe like I don't know how many times in the past. I just let people know that look, you're gonna have to listen to my samples. You're gonna listen to all the pre-recorded things that I have. I have a link to my website with pre-recorded things as well. You guys can listen to that and let me know X, Y, and Z. But moving forward, I cannot do free samples of your project or whatever the case is, right? And people, I think legit people understand that. And then that kind of weans out, I think, the people that may not be legit. Um, well, come to find out, so this happened yesterday, and it makes me feel like it's along the same lines. And I just was like, I let it go, but on the flip side, I did feel some way about it. Long story short, um, so first they asked me to do it for free. Then I was like, I told them what I just told you guys. And I'm thinking it's going to be done, but then eventually they're like, okay, send an order X, Y, and Z, which was weird because I'm like, they could just order it. You know what I mean? They could have just ordered it, especially for the rate that they was talking about doing it for, which is the regular Fiverr rate of $5. Um, I have a thing where they could just click the order. You know what I mean? But they asked me to send an offer of the same price and all that. So I sent it. And then they booked the order. So then, I'm trying to fulfill the order yesterday. Now again, this isn't something that I normally do, but it's something that I've been observing at least for the past year, because you guys know I do prayer meditations, all that stuff. And so basically they was asking me to do like a meditation, um, or whatever. So I recorded it in the fashion that of what I've heard, what I listen to every day, right? Um, Now, obviously, I didn't add any music or anything like that because they didn't ask for that, nor did they pay for that. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? So fast forward, I send the project or I send it to them and, thank them for choosing me X, Y, and Z. And then, like, I want to say not long after, here I come getting a message from Fiverr saying that the client wants to cancel the project. And because I guess the quality wasn't to their standards or whatever it was what they were saying. Now, mind you, I mean it's been however this uh, I pretty much have decent reviews. You know what I mean? So this is like one of the rare occurrences of someone not being pleased with something I sent. But I just let it go. I just was like, fine, I accept their thing. But then it brings down my score to do that, right? But it's whatever. But the vibe that I received afterwards was that they got their what they was trying to get me to do before, which was send you something and now you got it for free because you canceled it. Um, and that's pretty much the feeling that I received from it. And now, don't get me wrong, it could have been bad quality or whatever the case is. I will, it's not like I got a professional studio here. You know what I'm saying? Nor are you preparing, nor nor are you paying professional studio rates. But you know what I'm saying? You know, I will take the L or whatever the case is. But the vibe that I received is that they pretty much just wanted to get the thing for free, and they got it for free technically because they canceled the thing, but they still have the recording. So technically, they could take the recording and do whatever they didn't want to do with it. And I felt as if that's what they've done. Um, Now, and I can't do anything about it per se because the order is canceled, and I don't think I can do anything about it. But even yesterday, in the midst of all that happening, um, the phrase you reap what you sow came into my mind. And so it came back into my mind this morning. So that's what led me to the topic for today. That, as well as just acknowledging myself, in the past few days and whatnot, because I told you guys each step of the process I wasn't necessarily feeling it. Like that morning that I had to do my hair, I was like, y'all, oh my gosh, like I gotta do my hair, but I'm tired right now, but whatever, you know what I mean? I pushed through, I did my hair. Same, nails, whatever the case is. And so yesterday, didn't necessarily feel up to it, y'all. I was tired. It's like, and then as soon as I get done doing all the other stuff, here come NJ. And it's like, and then I'm like, okay, I said I was gonna do this photo shoot today. I need to, if I go ahead and do it, knock it out, X, Y, and Z. I'm investing in myself. You know what I'm saying? Investing time, investing all of that, right? And so when I compare those two scenarios, right, it's like it's both circumstances is kind of like sowing. You know what I mean? I'm sowing on my end. I'm sowing to, reap a harvest of whatever it may be. Continuing to promote GSL and all that stuff is just sowing for me. Or investing in myself, I also could call it, but for me, it's like sowing as well. And trusting God that He's going to continue to make a way and help me or whatever the case is, right? Now, I don't know who that other person was. I don't know, because this anyway, we ain't got to get too deep on them. But if that's the case, right? If that's the case of them taking advantage of me, and not just because it's me, I'm saying in general, when people do things, negative things or whatever the case is, if that's the case, if they did that, that is also them reaping, there's also them sowing. They're sowing something. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I guess just reflecting on, both of those scenarios, as well as just like well, I'll share some of that side stuff in the after show, I guess. But so yeah, reflecting on those scenarios led me to the topic for today. And so when I looked up the verses, here are the verses that stood out to me. Galatians 6:7 says, "Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever one sows, that will he also reap." Um, yeah, I mean, like I showed, I shared with you guys yesterday. I can't remember if I said it on the podcast or if I only said it in after show, but I shared with you all yesterday that yesterday's juice kind of felt like a warning to me of some sort. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, as I was reading it, it felt as if it was like a warning for, I mean, I'll just say for all of us. I say for humanity, to acknowledge God, to do His will, all those things, all the whatever I was talking about yesterday. I can't even think about what I was talking about yesterday, so my apologies for that. But I'm just saying it reminds me of that, right? This verse that I just shared with you all. So, for example, if we don't repent, we'll be just like any of these other nations that, or any of these other churches, or whatever the case was that was mentioned in the passage yesterday. Ephesus in my mind, it comes to my mind because again, that's the only one I researched. I unfortunately didn't finish researching it yesterday with all the things I had going on, but hopefully today things will be a little bit more slower and I can take some more time to research the rest of the churches that are mentioned. But in Revelations 1:11, see how God just bring things back to you. but but yeah, so we should just be, I mean, if it is a warning, y'all, I'm just saying, like, we need to, I'm just saying, this is what it say. What we sow, we gonna reap, right? Now, Matthew 26:52 says, "Then Jesus said to him, put your sword back into its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword." You know, What can we say? You know what I'm saying? What can we say about this? I mean, there's nothing else to say there. I mean, you can see that all around us, right? We can see the fruit of what people sow all the time. Like it's like, the things they do. And I think that's the interesting thing, right? To believe that we can do something, especially something bad, right? We can do something negative, we can do something bad, but expect for positivity to come from. You know what I mean? And it's like, now, I will, okay, I'm careful to say, but okay, so, all right, I got a lot of things flowing through my mind right now, y'all, so apologize. um, on one hand, I'm being careful because I do feel like God can use negative things, right? At the end of the day, God's will is going to be done, regardless of what happens, and regardless of whether you negative, whatever, all that. Um, and all things work together for the good of those that love God, right? So that don't mean much to us, but much to believers. However, to unbelievers, those that may be sowing, uh, negativity or sowing whatever the case is, it's like, to expect a different result, um, or positive result from a negative action is just, I mean, look, it's not biblical, it's not scientific, like, it's just something to think about, y'all. It's something to think about. I mean, like I said, we can see examples of this all around us, y'all. So ain't nothing else to say about that. Now, Matthew 26:52 says, Then Jesus said to them, well, Lord, is there something else you wanted me to say about that? You got me repeating it. Wait a minute. That's the same verse. uh, let me move on to the next one. Here we go. Matthew 7:15 and 20. I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'm just going to read what stood out to me. It says, So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but every diseased tree bears bad fruit. I mean, the Lord say, look, the Bible say you gonna know them by their fruit, right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I don't know if it's gonna make sense to you. But I mean, moving on. Job 4:8. As I have see those, probably okay. For as I have seen those who plow in iniquity and sow trouble reap the same. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna say it again. As I have seen, those who plow iniquity and sow trouble reap the same. Okay, you know what I'm saying? This sounds like another warning for us. If I'm not, I ain't gonna lie. Like this sounds like another warning. This whole juice. Um, you guys can go to Go Deeper section and just take a look at the verses that are in there. Hopefully again gives us more understanding about sowing and reaping, as well as the verse there is a verse in there just reminding us not to be weary and well doing and all that. um like I said, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to look back, and I know I'm using my little simple scenarios to I guess hopefully show a bigger picture of sowing and reaping and stuff like that. So my apologies if you feel as if the things that I got going on in my life isn't like huge, you know what I mean, or isn't like a good example or whatever. But unfortunately, this is all I can say. It's my own testimony, right? So this is how I see these things working in my life personally, and um, so yeah, I mean, so as I was saying here, that again, this whole thing of sowing and reaping, when I reflect on my situation and knowing how tired I was yesterday, right? Knowing how tired I was the day before when I was prepping my hair and prepping everything. Um and knowing like at the end of the day yesterday, I just was like, man, like that was a long day. I was tired. Um and I get it. It may not be the hard work that other people do or whatever the case is. But I mean, I don't know, y'all. I mean, maybe you could try it one day. If you really feel as if, oh, Miracle, you tripping or anything. Because I'm not trying to complain about my situation. Really, honestly, I'm just sharing it as an example of sowing and reaping. Because at the end of the day, when I look at my situation, and I was very tired, and at the end of the day, I was very tired. But knowing that I have the photos, knowing that I was able to, I'm going to be able to invest in myself to promote the journal and everything else. Um, and like I said, it was already like confirmed to me that, oh wow, these are great photos or whatever the case is. So it was like the hard work that I put in and the sacrifice of my tiredness and all that and pushing through, is allowing me to, I don't know, it's just giving me something. It's like there will be a harvest in the future that maybe I don't know of. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's just to have the photo to promote. Maybe it's whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever God does with it. Um, it's just acknowledging that it's worth it, basically. Like my sister said in her promo, it's worth the work. um, Shout out to Nyla O. And yeah, y'all. So I mean, you guys can think about that and how that, what that looks like in your own life, Um, like I said, and sometimes it's not going to be huge, y'all. Sometimes it's going to be something just as simple as what I just shared with you guys about me. Um, it's just sometimes that's the thing. We don't look at what God is doing in our life, right, as blessings or huge or whatever. Sometimes people don't do that. And so I don't know. Like I said, it's all about perspective and how you look at stuff. And I mean, maybe you should start to look at the little things a little bit more, and so then you can see the blessings that God is, doing. Because I'm okay. I guess I'm gonna try to share this one more testimony. I know we need to get to my verse of the day, but to be honest, like I said, you guys know the situation of COVID, right? You guys know that. mm, technically, even in spite of all of my little tasks and all of my little, gigs and hustles and stuff that I'm doing, I'm technically unemployed. Technically, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I'm not going to a 9 to 5. I'm not going to something that is like consistently giving me funds. You know what I mean? And God is blessing and I'm able to still, in spite of that, I've been able to do so much. And I believe that when I had a little something, so like if I had a little extra, I tried to invest in myself, or I tried to sow. If you guys want to look at it in that way, look at it biblical, y'all. I tried to sow into, the gifts that God has given me, and into this idea of God's sex and love, and into whatever it is that the God, that God wants me to do in the season. I've tried my best to sow into that. And even though, things have kind of changed for me, financially, I would say in the past month or so, it's kind of changed a bit, but God has still opened doors and provided and made a way, through the gifts that he's given me and through the things that he's established and that I've established through the past couple of years, if that makes any sense. Like I'm hoping me sharing these testimonies help. It's not that I'm trying to sit here and act like I don't know how you guys could take this. You know what I'm saying? I'm honestly just trying to share the testimony and show you guys how this is working in my life. And even if it looks small, for me, it's huge. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like I shared with you guys time and time again, if not for taking the time to sow, then even the little that does come in every now and then, it's like it helps. Like I was able to pay a bill today, right? Now, but that's because things was in place for blessings to come in, for me to be able to ultimately pay a bill. You know what I'm saying? So, ultimately keep things going just another month. You know what I mean? And for somebody that's unemployed, for me, that's huge. I mean, somebody y'all may not see it that way. I don't know. But again, for those of you guys that are the same boat as me, and hopefully this is encouraging and inspiring you this morning. For those of you guys that are, got it like that, or whatever the case is, then I mean, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully this still encourages you and inspires you in some way. But I don't know. That's just a little testimony. I'm gonna move on. Here we go. The Bible verse of today is John 13:34. It says, "A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Facebook, YouTube, the fact that God has given me some energy this morning, you do not know. Like, I woke up, not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I was thinking to myself as I woke up, I was like, I'll probably just get up and pray and do the juice and get back in the bed. That was my intention, but I ended up doing my full routine. Thank and praise God. Look at that investment. You know what I'm saying? Look at that sowing. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I ended up doing my full routine. The funny thing is, I put on Montel Fish this morning, and it started like I played the what's it called, the shuffle play or whatever, and it started up with one of his upbeat songs. I'm like, oh goodness Lord, like I was not ready for no upbeat song this morning, but I pushed through. I pushed through. It was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna use this as a sign, to go ahead and do this full routine. And here I go, and I did it or whatever. I modified the warm up a little bit, but for the most, I did the entire warm up for the most part. I just kind of added some different stretches and whatever. But so yeah, and like I said, it feels good to know that like the hard work did pay off from yesterday. Lord knows I don't even know how many photos. So, and I sent like at least 100 or something to Sammy yesterday. And he was, I know him and Nala, um, they both said that the photos came out good. Like I said, I gotta wait to see what Mom thinks. So we gonna see what Mom thinks. But like I said, I mean, I understand that my work is different. You know what I mean? And so maybe somebody will look at this or listen to this and be like, a photo shoot, you tired. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know how else to say it, because at the end of the day, I mean, you guys can step in my shoes and try to do what I'm doing, and see. I mean, maybe you can do it better. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is, I woke up at 4. I did all that stuff I told you that I did yesterday, as well as be a mom on top of that. You know what I mean? With the, active son. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, hey, do it. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like oh, you tripping. I mean, my whole thing is I'm not trying to complain about my situation at all. I thank and praise God for this situation. Like, I mean, I don't know what else he's gonna do, but even to be taking a photo shoot for my own book, like, what is, you know what I mean? Like, who's complaining? I'm not complaining at all. Like, this is a blessing. Like, Lord knows, like, how long I wanted to have a book. You know what I'm saying? And now this is my first one. I have other ideas and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, you know, um, but hey, as I hopefully, receive, then hopefully I'll be able to keep investing and keep creating and keep all this going. I was reflecting this morning that part of me feels as if I'm like in the future. If that I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but yeah, I think it's just I feel like all the things that I do kind of has me in a future mindset. Like, for example, we like with the pre-recorded show. By the grace of God, it's probably a blessing that I've pre-recorded several shows so that we can stay consistent with coming out on Fridays at 7, for example. And then yeah, like I said, getting up at 4, that's a lot, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's investing this time spiritually, sowing this time spiritually. Um, I do believe is a benefit. At least, like I said, it's been a benefit to me. It inspired this. Hopefully, that would inspire you, and it hopefully it is just paying forward. You know what I mean? And so, um, I'm just sharing my testimonies, y'all. At the end of the day, I'm sharing what God is doing for me, through me, with me, and everything like that. Um, Another thing I wanted to share with you guys, don't have nothing to do with none of this, is so another thing happened yesterday. Um, I ended up getting a gift from one of the ladies that's in the group. Uh, I've been wined. So I think I shared with you guys, or if I haven't shared with you all, I have a personal group as well, but I'm in another group on Facebook here, and it's called I've Been Wined Atlanta. And basically, it's like ladies that give each other gifts of wine, um, you know, every month or twice every month or something like that. And one of my friends invited me to it, maybe because she knows I have a wine business and everything like that. And um, so basically the situation is, people, you're supposed to give like give a lady some wine and a nice note. Now these ladies, they go above and beyond. They end up giving like full out baskets and stuff. And but the thing is, so for me, you guys know I have my wine business and stuff like that. And so what I tend to do is send them something from the website. So, I've sent like 3 bottles of wine. I've sent like whatever, you know what I mean? I've sent some wine and accessories. This time I actually sent the wine, one of the wine gifts or whatever, to the person, because it's kind of based on what they say their preferences are and stuff like that. That's what helped me to choose like what I wanted to send. Now, on one hand, I felt as if I'm not putting as much effort, because I could tell that these ladies are putting together their baskets or putting together their gifts that they're giving. And me, I'm kind of like, just, I'm sourcing them. That's a nice way to say it, right? Or I'm curating. But literally, I'm just going on my site and I'm finding them whatever I want to give them, and then I have it shipped directly to them, which I think is a different approach to it, because they probably, well, one, they don't expect it, and I think that's part of the whole thing, to be unexpected, right? And to be kind of like a surprise or like a pick me up. So yesterday, that was like my pick me up, because um, like I said, the whole day was cool. Like I said, the photo shoot was cool and stuff, but it just was a lot. You know what I mean? So basically, it was like in the evening time, and I hear the doorbell ring, and doorbell don't ring too much around here. The only time it'll ring is either we don't order something, or Amazon, or something like that. And so I was like, is there a package coming? Like, did Dario order something or whatever the case is? So I go to the door, and I see this wine basket or whatever, and then I see the lady pulling off, and I'm just like waving, and like, so I don't know who she is. I don't know her name. She didn't put her name in the gift, but shout out to her. That was a pick me up. It was a, like I said, it was unexpected. So it was an unexpected blessing, and it was nice. Like, she, it was nice, and hopefully, my person will receive their basket this week. I've been trying to keep an eye on it, but yeah, for some reason my website is my back office as the consultant is kind of being weird. But that was a pick me up. And so, well, one of the things that was in my basket was this candle, and it smells really nice, and whatnot. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share it, because I might light it for the show. We'll see. We'll see, because I might still use the other one next time I record a show. But I didn't light it this morning. I just took the lid off of it, and it still smells really nice. Sterling's Farms. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this company, but it's called Sterling Farms, Jasmine and Camilla. Um, if you want to know the fragrance, but Smells really nice. And thank you to that lady, whoever you are. It was a pick me up yesterday. It was like a nice little thing to kind of just be like, wow, this is nice, whatever the case is. I like being in that group. And I mean, it gives me a way to promote my business as well. I mean, that's the reality of it. But I like being in it overall because it is a nice gesture to just give somebody something. And and yeah, and I don't, obviously I don't know these ladies, you know what I mean? I don't know them personally, is what I'm saying. But to be able to just give somebody something and hopefully pick up their day, the way mine has been picked up by being in this group. Um, like I said, I mean, it's like a win-win. It's promoting my business as well as picking someone else up and lifting someone else up. And I try to send them a nice little message or whatever when I put it together. So I mean, I guess that's the benefit of using my miracleofwine.com if you guys want to send gifts and stuff like that. Um, that's the benefit. You can do it all from home, y'all. Wine shop at home. But so yeah, that's something else that happened yesterday that was a blessing and everything. But yeah, hopefully today I will be able to woosah a bit. You guys will see the photos; they'll be coming out. You know, that is the sewing I've been able to do. So you guys will see. Look, the harvest of the photos will be coming out. Throughout the summer and probably soon. Like I might post up something today. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I hope that you guys are encouraged and inspired. Shout out to Ewan for showing love on YouTube. Um, if you want to contribute to what I got going on here, you guys can always, you know, uh, monthly, you can subscribe to the podcast, 99 cents a month. Um, you can always donate or something like that. Miracle Plays is the Cash App, just the Cash App $ Miracle Plays. You can buy a journal. You know what I'm saying? Buy a journal, but again, I hope that this is not just buying it. I hope that you guys aren't just buying it for me. I will appreciate it. You know what I mean? But I want to hear some people seeing like what 30 days of commitment does for you. Like that's what I would love to hear and see. Like I said, I thank God for this accomplishment. You know what I mean? This is a blessing to have a book and everything like that. I do appreciate that. But I think I like this is my investment into you all that hopefully that you guys are really investing into your life and just paying it forward. Because this is literally what I've been doing for the past year. What's in this journal? I've been in like I said, I've been a little bit feeling as if like, man, oh man, it's 4 because this is the time that I committed, right? This is the time that I said I was gonna get up 4 in the morning. So getting up at 4 every day, that's a lot, you know what I'm saying? And then, half the time I don't go back to sleep, and so and then sometimes I go to bed late, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, but it's sowing and reaping in tangible form this whole situation. And that's all I'm trying to share. And I've said that okay, obviously it's time to go because I'm rambling. I'm saying things over and over again. I just hope you guys are getting it. That's all I'm doing here. Sowing and prayerfully we'll continue to reap. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to talking to y'all tomorrow if the Lord's will. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye.